These violent demonstrations are steadily distancing themselves from the peaceful gatherings that began the end of May after the death of George Floyd in the name of the Black Lives Matter racial justice and police reform.
Tonight, our Fox 12's Audrey WEIL is taking a look at how this continued violence is impacting that message. She joins us live downtown right now with that, as well as what we're seeing tonight so far from demonstrators out there. Audrey?
Right. First, I want to bring you guys up to speed to what we're seeing here tonight. There are hundreds of demonstrators out here just outside of the federal courthouse. If you can see this line of women in yellow at the very front, they're Moms for Black Lives Matter. There's a big group of them out here tonight. And this group of hundreds is really kind of tightly close together in this one block. We've heard warnings from Federal Protective Service telling people not to climb the fence and that they could be subject to arrest or crowd control munitions. Earlier tonight, we spoke to the president of the NAACP, who says the violence we've seen here is part of what happens during a revolution, but that the attention has to get back to what really matters. We also spoke to a man who lives right nearby, who's so tired of what's gone on here, he decided to come down and make a statement of his own.
I felt compelled to show my patriotism and to try to bring a different message to the courthouse.
This is Gabriel Johnson's Saturday night with an American flag. He says not as a political statement, but as a symbol of unity, freedom, and to show violence is not the American way.
I'm not taking any sides. The side that I take is being a citizen of this country and being a citizen of Portland. What's going on from either side's not cool.
Johnson is a Marine veteran. He lives just about a block from the Justice Center and federal courthouse. With all that's gone on here the past month and a half, he says he can't even relax in his own home.
On Friday night, I counted 82 explosions, house full of gas. It reminded me of being in Iraq and my experience of being in Iraq. And not here in Portland, not where it's supposed to be safe, not where it's supposed to be peaceful.
And he believes the demonstrators who act violently are taking advantage of the initial cause.
These people aren't about Black lives, and they don't represent me.
We asked Portland NAACP President Edie Mondonay what he thinks.
I think it's the leftists co-opting the Black Lives Matter movement.
He says the nightly violence we've seen is part of an overall revolution, but with a different agenda.
We have to somehow bring it back on point, and we're going to have a bigger voice than that of the leftists that have co-opted this movement to take the attention off of what really matters. And what really matters is justice.
He says he's hopeful that regardless of rioting, arson, and destruction, the right message will prevail.
And I know beyond any shadow of doubt that we will win this fight. We will win this war on racism, and we will be the great country that we are.
And again, hundreds of people outside of the federal courthouse here right now, and where that fence is right in front of the courthouse. We're hearing them chant things like "Stay together, stay tight, feds go home, Black Lives Matter." And again, we have heard several warnings from federal officers saying that anyone who tampers with the fence, tries to climb over the fence, will be subject to arrest or use of force. So we'll stay out here and keep you guys updated on what we're seeing. For now, live in downtown Portland, Audrey WEIL, Fox 12 Oregon.